If you're relocating to North Dallas, listen up, because the market you're walking into in 2025 is not the market we saw in 2020. We've gone from rocket ship of 2021 to a more balanced strategic market where the right street, school feeder, and builder choice makes a 5 and even 10-year difference in your equity. I'm Tiffany Caballero. I'm a top 1% agent in DFW, and I'm the only YouTube realtor that actually lives in and breathes Frisco, Texas. I'm breaking down what's changed in 5 years across Frisco, Plano, Prosper, Celina, and McKinney, prices, inventory, days on market, and how new construction is actually reshaping the playing field. Stay to the end. I'll give you a step-by-step buy strategy for 2025 so you don't overpay and you don't miss out on deals. Here's the quick translation of 5 wild years. In 2019, Texas really ran lean on available homes, about 3 months of supply statewide. That's pretty tight. It's not panic tight, but tight. Today, we're closer to a 5.5 months statewide, so you've got more choice, more negotiation room, and definitely less frenzy and way more incentives and concessions. That's a massive mood shift. DFW's active listings right now are roughly 30,000 in September of 2025, so make sure when you watch this video. They're about in line with that late 2019 level, but far from the starvation days of 2021 when we really briefly touched on 1.4 months supply, which was super low. New construction roll has jumped. Nearly 28% of Texas home sales this spring were new builds. Builders are part of the inventory solution for right now. So expect incentives, rate buy downs, and spec inventory to really matter in your decision, and it will come across in my guidance as well. If you tried buying here in 2021 or even heard about it, you remember it was so much trauma. 20 offers, people paying out of pocket for appraisal gaps, and cash winning every single time. Today, pricing power is a two-way conversation. In so many North Dallas suburbs, the median prices are off a bit year over year, while days on market are stretching. So especially in areas with heavy new builds, that days on market could really add up. That creates windows for negotiation on upgrades, closing costs, rate buy downs, all kinds of things. So statewide data shows prices modestly softer year over year, and those days on market are up. Again, it's more of an adult market. Remember, we're only comparing the last 5 years, which includes the pandemic pricing. So leveling off and stabilizing are ultimately needed. So don't let it scare you. I want to go over 3 things. 1, today's city level medians and days on market. 2, inventory then versus inventory now. And 3, the footprint of new construction and what it's doing. I'll call out where data is hyper local and where it's really moving fast, like inventory and days on market, which can really swing month to month. So contact a professional. But for 2019 baselines, we've got Texas A&M Real Estate Center and the historical data from MLS. We're also going to use right now city snapshots. We're going to use Zillow, we're going to use MLS, and of course my expertise of those areas. So let's start with Frisco, the poster child for growth meets lifestyle. Everyone knows Frisco's my favorite. It's where I live. It's where I chose to live when I moved out of downtown Dallas. Right now, Frisco's median sales price sits around $630,000, and the days on market have stretched to roughly 79, 80 days versus 63 days a year ago. So it's not a huge difference, but there is a difference. Sales volume actually ticked up year over year, which tells me demand isn't gone. It's just a little choosier and a little more price sensitive. So 5 years ago, you could still buy in the 400s without blinking in Frisco. Then 2020 and 2022 poured jet fuel on pricing, and inventory really collapsed. So at one point, we really skimmed that 1.4 months of supply, and that's when it got really crazy. Today, we're back to selection, not starvation. So it's a really much better market to buy in. For you, that means the ability to push on price, ask for those concessions, and capture builder incentives, especially around emerging areas like the Fields, Mosaic, Legacy Hills, and so many others that are offering like 3.9% interest rates and really great concessions. So I know some builders that will give $100,000 off the price, but they won't advertise that. So who you work with does matter. Where this changes really fast is inventory and incentives. So if mortgage rates do dip again, Frisco demand accelerates first because of the schools and the amenities and just the popularity of it. So be ready to move, but don't chase. If you're ready to buy, I would say go ahead and do it and call me because it's going to get harder as rates drop. Let's get you into a home with great negotiation, and then you can refi later if needed. So we can let those longer days on market work for you. We can structure offers with inspection and seller credits instead of just price cuts because there's better negotiation there and it will help you cost-wise. But market conditions and days on market can shift quickly month to month. So reach out. Okay, let's talk about Plano, because Plano is this mature, central performer, commute-friendly, corporate headquarter heavy. There's lots of them, great feeder schools, and its current median sales price is roughly about $510,000. It's down about 1 to 2%. With homes selling around 55 days on average. That's somewhat competitive, but not 2021 crazy. 5 years ago, Plano was already established and really insulated. Its price curve climbed in that 2020 to 2022 time period. And now we're seeing kind of a gentle plateau with a little bit of mild softening and longer days on market, but it's still holding pretty strong. The big difference from 5 years ago is simply choice. In 2019, inventory statewide was so much greater. And today, the broader Texas, we have a lot more inventory. And so while Plano itself tends to be kind of tighter than that state average, that macro lift helps a bit with negotiations. So you can expect fewer bidding wars and more room for inspection period given give or take. So Plano's kind of a really established neighborhood. You're not going to see the discounts as aggressively as you will on that fringe area, the new build area, but you can kind of watch for those micro pockets where sellers overshoot and they stay on market longer, and then those are better striking zones for negotiation. All right, let's talk about Prosper. Prosper really is luxury leaning. It's family living with strong schools and large new construction. Today, Prosper's median sales price is actually $826,000, so it's much higher, but it's actually down 5.7% year over year, and the average days on market has expanded roughly to 101 days, up from 61 a year ago. So there is a difference there. That's a big signal. Buyers have time and builders have to work for it. But the biggest thing to remember about Prosper is it's tiny compared to the much bigger Celina and Frisco. So Prosper's going to top out at about 75,000. Celina is going to go up to almost 400,000, and Frisco is going to go up into the mid 300,000s. So they're just much bigger cities. So Prosper's more of a niche area to buy in. So comparing it to 5 years ago, Prosper's almost a different planet in scale. Back then it was upscale suburban. Now it's a full spectrum of price tiers with serious buyer presence because people want to live there. And like I said, with nearly 28% of Texas sales being new homes this year, Prosper's market is directly shaped by builder inventory, rate buy downs, design center credits. So if you want a new build, you have leverage. So we can ask for closing costs, we can ask for the rate buy downs, we can ask for design credits, whatever really fits your model. So you can look at this fourth quarter as incentive. It's really great to buy at the end of the year with new builds because they want to get them off their books, especially if they're specs. If they're sitting there already completed, there's much more negotiation room. So track spec home inventory and end of quarter pushes. Q4 is definitely the best time to buy a new build spec home because of that reason. So let's talk Celina. Celina is the growth story. You've got a big horizon, big plans, and lots of shovels in the ground. Right now, Celina's median sales price sits around $562,000, according to the stats for September 2025. It's down about 3.5%, but days on market have jumped from around 126 days from 63 days last year. That doubling of days on market is really a signal that buyers are getting more picky and sellers have to be more realistic. Now, I will say that there was a lot less inventory last year than compared to this year. So for them to say that those days on market have expanded, it is a little skewed because of all the new construction, and builders tend to list their houses way before they're done, and that adds to that average. So keep that in consideration because things are really still moving in Celina, so I feel like those numbers are a little bit skewed. So zooming out, we know that Celina's average is high 500s and the pending is longer. It's another proof point that the rush has kind of cooled and selection has definitely returned. So if you're relocating and want more space, schools, and that future growth and equity, Celina can really be a good play for you. Just let us negotiate smart. Call me and we'll let those extra days on market and a lot of inventory to help really get that those incentives for you. So the biggest variable is the pace of new phases and the interest rates moving. So a small rate dip can pull buyers off the sidelines and really absorb inventory faster than you expect. And the reverse is also true. So I can help keep you informed about all of that. Now, looking at McKinney, oh, I love McKinney. It's quietly winning the consistency award. In September 2025, the median sales price is about $507,000. It's actually up 1.7%, with days on market around 67 versus 49 a year ago. So price resilience and slower sales translate into the demand is there, but buyers are value shopping. On the lifestyle side, McKinney has a wave of positive momentum. They've got more retail, there's more regional draw, and it fuels both owner-occupant and investor interest. Their downtown's amazing. That really underpins resilience compared to more purely new build suburbs. 5 years ago, McKinney was already a top-of-mind suburb. The last half decade just layered in growth, which really helps prices hold even as days on market normalize. And then that local lifestyle headline can really hype the whole area, but the hard numbers are what drive your contract terms. So short-term swing factors are inventory makeup. If a batch of new builds delivers and hits in McKinney all at once, expect kind of that short burst of price competition, followed by a reset when those specs clear, and you won't, see as much negotiation. But that micro data backs that the recent, McKinney medians 75071 is slightly up year over year with longer days on market, and that's steady, and that's what we want to see. So metro-wide, you've got active listings reached 30,000. And I know I said that at the beginning, but I wanted to reiterate. So again, it's roughly comparable to late 2019 levels. Guys, we have stabilized, and it should be a really good feeling to a lot of people out there. But it's really a world away from that 2021 squeeze. That was a crazy market. That shift alone changes your experience from begging for a house and overpaying to negotiating for the right house and getting a good price. So statewide, months of supply is nearly 5.5 of real consistency. With a pendulum tilting towards the buyers in certain pockets, I would definitely say buyers have some power right now. New construction matters more than ever. I mean, it has been ever changing this year for real estate. So I've already told you guys that at 28% of sales were new homes. And in the North Dallas growth corridors, that share can feel even higher in the day-to-day shopping because we are so new construction heavy. So you've got builders that are talking discounts, rate buy downs, closing cost help, while resale sellers, they've got a price against that. So you are probably going to lose some traffic on listing a property close to new construction. So if mortgage rates do drift down, you guys need to expect faster home sales, okay? The same houses that I'm talking about right now are gonna get tighter on their negotiations. The best lots in the feeder schools, the builders are not gonna offer as great of incentives, and that really matters. I feel like we're in this sweet spot that if you're ready to buy, you can get such great negotiations and have the ability to refi later if needed. But right now, people aren't having to go up against a bunch of bidding wars. And if we have a couple of more rate cuts, which they're talking about, it's really going to affect the market. We've already, as realtors, been talking about it. And so just know that I'm here to help if you're ready. If you're not, I'm ready to help you when you are ready. It is about your journey. So let me put 2019 next to today so it really sticks with you guys. In 2019, Texas roughly had 3.1 months of inventory. Buyers had to move, but you still had time to think about it, okay? There wasn't this craziness. In 2021, DFW ran almost down to 1.4 months of inventory. So there was no time to think, just time to overpay for it. And everyone went crazy. In 2025, Texas is around 5.5 months of inventory. Guys, that brings us back into equilibrium. It makes it fair again. And that's the story. If you're relocating now, you're buying in a healthier market, okay? More negotiation than your cousin did in 2021, who probably paid $100,000 over what the house was actually worth. So here's exactly how I'd play it in the fourth quarter of 2025. 1, time your rate and your neighborhood, not just one of those, okay? If the rate dips, focus on your A-list neighborhoods and be decisive. If rates stay the same, you need to shift to value pockets and push for concessions. Statewide days on market and supply say you have room to negotiate, so don't waste it. It's today. 2, leverage builders where they're heavy. In Prosper and Celina, especially ask for a permanent buy down. All right, closing costs, design credits. Builders are fighting spreadsheets, not emotions. Let me help get in the trenches and fight for those for you. Better yet, let me do it for you. And then 3, for resale in Plano and Central Florida, you're gonna win with clean terms. You don't have to overpay, but speed, proof of funds, and appraisal strategy is gonna separate you from the pack. Frisco's days on market is longer than last year, but the good houses are still moving. I've even seen multiple offers on several of them. If you want balance, schools, parks, mature retail, then shop McKinney with open eyes to those micro bursts of inventory that can create the brief negotiation windows, all right? Number 5, protect your exit, okay? I look at neighborhoods by time to pending trends, school stability, and incoming infrastructure. It's so important. Slower days on market isn't scary if your sub-markets holding demand and you buy with concessions that offset any rate risk, all right? Always use an expert in the area because they will have a pulse on what the future holds and what your resale value will really be. So don't get a Dallas realtor to come up to North Dallas because they're not going to know it as well. You need to have a local expert. Consider all the moving parts. I'm going to actually watch them for you because I keep a pulse on the market all the time. If you're looking 6 to 12 months out, what's most likely going to change is mortgage rates. They could drift lower and you're going to expect the days on markets to compress. It might be a little bit harder and that's totally okay. It's going to be first in Frisco and then McKinney, and then it'll fan out to Plano, Prosper, and Celina. If rates drift higher, expect deeper price cuts on aging listings, especially in those high inventory new build pockets. New construction will keep a meaningful share of closings into 2026, which means resale sellers need to price with that competition in mind. So what's the relocator's advantage? Here's your edge. You're coming in with fresh eyes and a strategic plan. 5 years ago, it was speed. Today, it's structure. We tailor your search in those micro markets where days on market and incentives really are gonna stack in your favor, not just for your headline city. We're not chasing low prices. We're buying the right address at the right terms to set you up for decades to come. So me and my team are not transactional agents. We truly care about the long-term house journey and setting you and your family up for long-term success. DFW's market is healthier than the 2021 frenzy and far from a crash. Regional data shows prices cooling in spots with longer days on market, yet stable demand is well-located suburbs. Active listings are near late 2019 levels, which is why you actually have options. The key is negotiating smart and avoiding the aspirational list prices. If you're moving in the next 90 days, we'll prioritize neighborhoods where days on market is longest and incentives are the strongest. Think Prosper, Celina, new builds, and selectively priced Frisco resales. You also have East Village in Frisco that I'm trying to point everyone to because it's new construction at better pricing. North Dallas is not a guessing game, it's a strategy. 5 years took us from starved inventory to a more balanced, negotiable market, especially where new construction is heavy. So if you want the exact step-by-step for your price point, your school zone, your move date, reach out, text me, email me, call me, I will get back to you. I'll send you a sneak peek on what will ultimately fit you and your must-haves, and we'll line up model tours and resale previews that actually match your goals. Thank you so much. We look forward to hearing from you, and until our next video, we hope you have a really great day.